England and France, how they impact your money and Social Security benefits. I have all the details right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know in this video, I want to share with you a couple different things they are doing in England and in France that may impact your money and your Social Security benefits right here in the United States. When it comes down to England, just a couple days ago, they announced a new program they have never done before, and I want to show you why this is so important because this is something that has a very high likelihood of happening right here in the United States as well. Now next, when it comes down to France, they recently changed their full retirement age on their pension program in that country, which is also very similar to Social Security right here in the United States again, which also may impact your benefits here in the States. So let me talk you through the details of both of these different countries here, what they're doing, and the major changes they are now implementing, and how this may impact you, your money, your benefits right here in the United States. All right, so let's quickly talk about England. What did they recently announce that they've never ever done before, ever? This is the first time, according to the research that I've done on this, they've never had this before. It is universal basic income. So just the other day, they announced that they're going to be rolling out a universal basic income in that country. Now, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for any length of time now, you've heard me talk about universal basic income, right? Basically what it is, it's a no strings attached payment for virtually everybody for a specified period of time. In England, they're doing 1,600 pounds. Obviously, it's not United States dollars, it's pounds over there. So they're doing 1,600 pounds every single month for 2 years straight, okay? That's what they're doing over there, which, by the way, 1 pound is equal to about $1.30 here in the United States. So even 1,600 pounds is more than $1,600 here in the United States, okay? So that's quite a bit of money over there. And again, that is what they're doing. So a 2-year program, could you imagine? It'd be pretty nice, right? Well, that is what they rolled out. They've never had a universal basic income program before in that country. And here you go. Now they are. So my point is, I want to bring this to your attention because remember, just a few years ago, in say like 2019, even in early 2020, universal basic income and even guaranteed basic income was not really much of a thing. Obviously, it's been a concept that's been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, but it really wasn't a mainstream, catchphrase or things like this. It wasn't something that was being talked about or basically being implemented virtually anywhere. Now, obviously, there were a couple places that were implementing it, but for the most part, especially here in the United States, it was not very popular at all. I mean, we could talk about it, but that was about it. Now there's tons of these programs all across the United States, as in guaranteed basic income programs. And now here you go. You've got a UBI, a universal basic income program, popping up in England. So again, we're starting to see a lot of these other countries out there bringing in programs like this. And again, here in the United States as well, we've been seeing a lot of these programs popping up. So I can talk about that more in a little while, or I can always make another dedicated video, but that is something that I feel is very influential and very important that we probably want to pay attention to because that could indicate further money and programs like that here in the United States, okay? We already know that these programs are still popping up. Guaranteed basic income programs are a very popular thing here in the United States right now. All right, now let's quickly talk about France because this is also very, very important, okay? I actually talked about this maybe a month and a half ago or so. I was out in a separate dedicated video talking about France at the time. Now, here's something you probably don't hear about on your local news. In fact, I'd be shocked if you heard this on your local news. There are millions of people rioting in the streets over there in France because of a recent policy change, a recent law that was signed in over there, which changes the full retirement age for their pension program from 62 to 64. They increased it by 2 years, 62 to 64. There are people rioting in the streets about this. Why? Because they pushed out the goalposts. The same thing we've been talking about here in the United States and what I've talked about previous times in other videos where I've talked about they want to raise the full retirement age here in the United States from where we are now, 67, up to 68, 69, even 70. We've heard about this a lot. And again, why do we care about France, and why does that have any impact here in the United States? Well, it's just like the herd mentality that we've heard about so many times before. When one does it, usually a lot of other countries / people / groups, whatever, follow suit and do the exact same thing. It's called the herd mentality. You've probably heard that before, right? You see one person do it, you see one group do it, and then all of a sudden everybody else jumps on the bandwagon and does the same thing, right? So This is something that I want to watch very closely here, because what is going on in France, and again, that law that was signed in over there, changing the full retirement age by 2 years, 62 to 64, has caused major riots in the streets, but at the same time, it's a new law over there, okay? It's not going back down. Highly unlikely that they're moving that thing back down to 62. In fact, I would not be shocked at all if they raise it up yet again at some point in the future, probably to 65, 66, 67, something like that. Same thing like what we're seeing here in the United States as well. They want to raise the full retirement age for Social Security from 66. Now, obviously, some people it's younger than that, 66, 66 in 2 months, 66 in 4 months, whatever it happens to be, or 67 for anybody born in 1960 or later, okay? That's what it is. Now, we've heard of them talking about it many times before, raising the full retirement age by a year, 2 years, or even 3 years. Here's the thing, though. I want to say this much. They're going to do it, okay? Whether we like it or not, they're going to do it. This is not really a question of, oh, are they going to do it? No, they're going to do it. When is the question, okay? That's something that we need to focus on, is when are they going to be doing this? Is it going to be happening next month? No, it's not going to happen next month. Is it going to happen this year? I don't know. I'm going to say probably not, but you never know, okay? It probably will happen relatively soon, as in the next few years. I would not be shocked one bit to see the full retirement age here in the United States for Social Security raised up to one of those levels. Maybe they jump it right up to 70. Maybe they do it, incrementally over time. We don't really know what the full plan is going to be yet. We just know for a fact that they are working on changing it, and they will be doing that as well. Again, do you think this is going to cause some chaos? Do you think it's going to cause some uproar here in the United States? Yeah, you better believe it's going to, right? It's not going to be a good thing for a lot of people. So anyway, what I want to watch, what's going on all around the globe. And again, you might have seen the title of this video and think, I don't care about this. Why would I watch this video? It has nothing to do with me. Well, you're right. What happens in England and in France probably doesn't have a whole lot to do with you right now. But I can tell you this much. What happens around the globe impacts what goes around the other countries, like here in the United States. We got to watch all of this stuff. A lot of these countries are highly correlated. What one does, monkey see, monkey do. It's basically that, okay? Let's just put it as it really is. Monkey see, monkey do. That's all you really need to know, okay? Monkey does over there, and monkey here does here in the United States, right? So basically the same thing, okay? That's what it comes down to. So a very simple analogy, if they, put their hand over their mouth, then we do the same, okay? So it's basically what's going on. So anyway, I hope that kind of makes sense as far as what I'm watching. But again, I'm watching everything obviously here in the United States as well. But this is something else we got to pay attention to, because you just never know what's going to happen here. So either way, we do know that these lawmakers are working on a variety of different things right now. And again, I'll keep you posted with anything else going on, and anything that may be popping up you can possibly grab and or take advantage of. So please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, take care, and catch you again later in the next